global. Oh, celebrity gist.
Studio's live. Phones on silent, please. Studio silence.
The Grapevine
Mics
on
are
Smooth
up.
98.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning to everyone who are probably still struggling to get out of bed at this time. Well, shame on you. It's the last day of the month. What are you still doing in bed?
Valentine, allow them a little
Why?
some minutes of, sometimes I think it's healthy, and we need research on that.
If you're not
The
on holiday.
benefits of a lion in bed. And thanks to our guest who didn't have that lion, that was deprived of the benefits.
It's the 31st of January, Vector. Good morning, Lagos, and thank you for joining us for the Grapevine. It's brought to you by Verb this morning on Smooth Breakfast with Ayo.
And Valentine.
And we're joined by James Silas, who
Yeah.
well done. Okay.
I love that.
That's his MO. Alright, so that's the
What a wait. Well, how did introduce Vector like this?
Vector with his groggy voice.
How you introduced him?
He did. He just mentioned Vector.
No,
That's why.
I mentioned him in passing. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa, drum roll, please.
You didn't even see yourself. I mentioned
Ladies and gentlemen.
Can you imagine? He just say, yeah, Vector. Yeah.
Weighing 180 pounds.
We need a drum roll.
that might be called a beast.
No, but you had the height to carry. So
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, Vector, so.
let me introduce him. I'm a woman, he's a guy. Let me
Alright.
tell the ladies what they're missing in the studio.
Teach them.
Alright, so we have, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Are you serious?
Are you ready?
Wow.
We have the one and only, the lyrical giant, physically and artistically.
Oh, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Vector the Viper!
I'm not.
The crowd goes wild.
Wow. I'm not Vector, but
But I
I'm
thought you had
blushing.
one of those things that you just press and then we just say, well,
No, I'm not pressing any button.
Oh.
Please. How's it going, Vector? Thanks for joining us.
I'm good. Great to be here.
Yeah, great to have you. Lagos, join the conversation this morning. You know how. It's our WhatsApp number. It's available. And it is
0809 4440981. Also join us on Twitter at Smooth981. Use the hashtag Grapevine981. And guess what? You can actually watch all that's going on in the studio and see your favorite celebrity here at Smooth981 on YouTube. We're streaming live, so please go there and show us some love.
That's right. So tweet at us at Smooth981FM on Twitter. Use that hashtag Grapevine981. As in our usual Grapevine tradition, we'll start with this first video to examine this morning, which is what one of the reasons why he's in the studio here to bless us with the sound and the visuals, because it's very colorful. Lagos, you might have seen the link on our Twitter page. All right, so go to Twitter right now if you haven't reviewed the video. So while we're talking about the video, you have some level of depth in your analysis of this video with us. All right, so that video is up on our Twitter handle at Smooth981FM. And what video am I talking about is the one by Vector featuring DJ Magnum and Daddy Shoki. It is called Be Happy. Take a listen.
I don't agree with the people. I don't agree with the critics on this. You can't blame somebody for your eye that seems sexy.
No, have you seen the trailer? They make him look like a real. Even from watching the trailer now.
Lyrics. Vibes, James. Let's go through the song right now, this video. You saw the video, you listened to the song.
Yes,
What are your thoughts on this?
I thought it was beautiful, not because I'm Victor. I'm not this nice, but I thought it was beautiful.
That's what
The
you
concept, first of all,
Okay.
it's sort of, it's different. The whole, the painting, it just makes it sort of different. At the point I had to watch closely to see, really just showing us paintings, or well, I think people were actually made up to look like that. I had a little problem with the dark feel, but as the video continues, you just get to understand that that's the actual concept of the video, and then you need to listen. You actually need to connect the message of the song with the visual representation of the same song. And I'm happy, man. what's his name?
That is true.
Daddy Shoki.
Mm.
I like that part where you guys were dancing the galala, where you guys were, and then but so the only part I didn't understand as part the whole song generally was when you had featuring Magnum. So you know a lot of times when you have a DJ,
Yes.
and Magnum is his brother right away. When you have a DJ
Younger
song,
or
you just
older?
want to say
Older.
Okay.
you want to say the DJ featuring the artist.
Yeah.
So, but maybe it's about the production. There has to be somewhere
Yeah.
you know Magnum played a role.
So what role did he play specifically, Vector?
He hyped the record, so on the
Okay.
intro that was him.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And just to buttress on what he was saying, yeah, I felt like everybody just wanted to be very surface with their art form in Nigeria, and I can understand because we are very, very. We hide a lot of things in Nigeria. Like that's why people are depressed and you can't know. That's why people are going through stuff and they just think, what would the people say? And I've always said to my mom as well, like you can't be telling me, look at your mates when we were kids. You can't say those type of things. Like I wouldn't say that to my daughter. I would say it to my son. I would just deal with you as is. So with the video, what we tried to represent was say pretty much everybody's life. So there's the kid seated on the chair and his dad is trying to reach for the naira, his mom is trying to reach for the dollar, and there's the gap between their reach to the kid and the money. But then again, it's not also totally like making that like a doomsday device.
Yes.
It is pretty much saying, if I am that kid in the middle and I still have some level of base and grounding for myself, it is not still an excuse for you as a human being not to strive to be better just because people were supposed to safeguard you or guide you through life. We're busy trying to take care of you.
So Vector, I have one question for you at this point. How do you manage to stay so deep in this country where we're still trying to focus on, okay, how much salary should we earn?
It's because I don't want to pull a Kanye West, but I feel people are concerned about the wrong things in Nigeria. Like, how do we want infrastructure when we're not even built to maintain infrastructure?
I think it's inbuilt. Even when you were just speaking, you had to drop the lyrics. How do we maintain infrastructure when we're not even built? Fantastic. You know,
Rhyming, yeah. He
Valentine
does this for a
warned me.
living.
Yeah, Valentine warned me about you. When I was watching the video and we were talking about the artistic angle with
Yeah.
a lot. Honestly, James, you just spoke my mind. Most of what I had on my notes, even the galala, I was going to say thank you for bringing that shoki. It was one of the best parts of the song.
Yeah.
But Valentine told me that you see, when Vector comes, you come and give me one deep reason, and I got my deep. He's like, he's going to come and describe it and give me one deep, and I'm just looking at you like you've got all that in the video, you know. And so watching it would be a lot different, a different experience for me.
Yeah, I know that there's been a separatism stance in Nigeria. People have always thought, oh, this, like I grew up in the barracks, and the barracks was on Lagos Island in Lafiaji. Most people don't expect eloquence from such a kid. They don't expect you to be learned. They don't expect you to know things. So that's why you see the representation of the street boy and the ballet dancer. You can actually shaku with ballet. As long as you can keep your toes.
Yes, and maintain the tempo.
Exactly. So that's what we wanted to blend. We wanted to blend instead of them just doing shaku. It's pretty much like this is the new era where we're from the native, not a problem, but then we're global minded. So it's okay to merge those things.
And I absolutely loved how you, using the colloquial term, buffed them with paint.
Right.
It was very deliberate.
I'm baffled. we wanted to focus on something that as a Nigerian a lot of us don't talk about. We don't want to look at those things. Like, yes, I know that it's really crazy. I know that it's hard to say be happy in Nigeria. But bros, what you do? Would you rather me say be sad?
Last.
I mean, we're said to be one of the happiest in the world the first time the index came out. So one way or the other, despite the traffic, despite the road rage, we find, despite the fact that salaries haven't been paid.
On this note, Lagos, let's be happy. While we'll take a break, we'll have Vector live in the studio. Shay is late. This is the Grapevine, and it's brought to you by Verve Lagos. Keep listening. Send your messages through WhatsApp to 0809 444 0981.
They call me M.I. Mr. Incredible.
I can't believe you altered her like that. I'm sure she's listening.
It's our habit here.
Yeah,
We'll call you out.
Please, can you check if there's any information from her?
You at a supermarket or a restaurant. Finally, it's your turn, and all the things you picked have
No
been
lack of
scanned.
me. He's
You
not
bring
going
out
to
your card
fail.
to pay, and
What?
We have faith in Valentine.
No,
Actually, she's already late.
Eh?
It's just because
the person behind you would have most probably have started putting their things on the counter, and all the eyes of the
take.
people on you. Everybody is
I should pick some.
frustrated
I don't
and
understand why is
tired of
America
you,
so
and
quick
in
to
that
just being
moment,
very
you are the one to blame.
contradictory? If Donald
You know
Trump
the
is
feeling,
president and you are
the belly
complaining
doesn't
about
flip-flop as it
Yeah.
welcomes your heart. Finally, you
you,
find
as in
your
you
voice
people
and
mistakenly
think
voted
you can
Donald Trump. I was
John
talking to
has,
some mates yesterday too. They're
Or
like,
they begin to
oh my
search
god,
your
let's not
wallet
even
to
start
see
on the
if you have
Brexit.
enough
I'm like,
cash.
yeah.
Yeah, you voted something you did not understand.
That feeling
And to
can
think we are
never
the
be
illiterates.
explained enough.
You know,
It reminds
Do you understand?
of
We're
all the
backwards.
things that
We're
could have
Africa.
gone wrong that
Country
day,
Africa.
and just how frustrating life is. It's
Please,
a
I don't know. I need help with something.
What's that?
I-
Imagine
First of all, I don't even know why
what you had
when
was
you're
a
checking
credit card,
online,
and as
the
you handed it over to the cashier,
age of consent in Nigeria for the girl child is 11
walked
years
out
old.
in an instant with a
Online?
smile on your
Yes.
face.
Once you Google it, the first thing you see is 11. If Google is
Can have that
writing
information?
11 as an information, but we're getting maybe only like a debunk from like a fact check, as they called it on Premium Times, that yeah, it's actually 18. But then again, I think it's in the section 7 subsection as well, and it's pretty much they're saying, and you know, from 11 to 12, you are liable to life imprisonment. From 12 to 15 or so, you are liable to life imprisonment after conviction. From 15 to 18, you are liable to life imprisonment after conviction. I'm like, wait, oh yeah, so what's up?
Yes. So why all the remarroling? Why not just put it as
Yes.
okay? this is
Yeah,
the
simple.
age.
1 and 2, why? What is Lai Mohammed doing? Why is Google putting 11 years old?
No, I think Google will probably put 11 years old because of the age when they can get married.
No, that's what we're saying. We know that is wrong.
Yeah.
The point is, it has to be wrong for you to say, no, the age of consent is the age of agreement to sex, not the marriage age.
Not the marriage aspect.
Even though the marriage age is still 13 and 12, and I think I read this morning again that there's 10 somewhere.
Bro, it's,
Yeah,
it's
I
all
mess you
messed
to
up.
marry.
It
It's
is
in a mess you to
messed
marry.
up.
The reason why it's because number one, the Northerners would not agree to it and Muslims in Nigeria.
May
would
God
not
punish
agree to it.
Will not
everybody
agree
who
to
not
it?
agrees to
No,
what
they
is
won't.
normal.
That's why it
I'm telling
failed
They give their
in
children
the
out.
House of Reps.
Sorry,
They
Stu-
wouldn't
we're going
because they
back
say
up.
you're infringing on their
It's just a messed up
freedom.
system. 7 seconds in. Mics are up. It's our beautiful city, our town, our metropolis, Lagos. Let us celebrate it. In line with the entertainment Lagos, we are on the Grapevine, which you're listening to right now from Smooth 98.1, and it's brought to you by Verve. This is Smooth Breakfast with Ayo,
And Valentine.
and we have James Silas in the building,
yeah,
and Vector in the building.
Why is James
I have to do it.
That's I tell
Signatures
you.
of place. It's yeah. Okay, so that- I mean, I've got to go a couple of places and people say, oh yeah. I say,
And don't forget that part.
aha.
So we have a message in from Alpha. Alpha sending this message on WhatsApp. That number is
0809 444 0981.
Alpha sent in this message. Say, oh Vector, marry me already. This is a jam and a
Alpha.
half. Yes, a lady.
Okay.
Yeah. I know it's.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
Nice one.
214.
Wow.
Aki sent in a message on WhatsApp. Said, hello Vector. Great to hear your voice on radio. Kudos and keep it up. I grew up in Makati barracks as well and schooled in Command Bunny Camp together too.
Oh,
Ah.
yeah.
All your homies are out.
Well, they're working at least.
Yes.
Yes.
And please add your names to your messages so we can take them on WhatsApp. And then you can tweet at us. Use that hashtag Grapevine981. Tweet at Smooth981FM. So our next song that we'll be reviewing this morning, it's actually a video as well. Another video from Mr. Raw himself. He's back. And Lagos, we are here for it. This video is titled Obodobu Igwe. And it speaks for itself, alright? Let us know what your thoughts are after listening to this.
Okay, it's okay. Otu a.
Mr.
Enole ya.
Mr. Ru, I was saying Mr. Ru, I was like, wait.
Who you want to tell?
I thought I heard Mr. Ru for some
Mr. Raw. James?
Yeah, I mean, life is hard, pretty much. That's what I mean.
Oh, Igwe,
Yeah.
as in iron.
Iron, yeah.
Interesting.
life is
I see.
hard. Raw.
I hear, I understand a bit. I try.
Yeah, but we pronounced the title of the song was funny.
Yeah. It's okay, so let's move on to the analyst.
So I mean, the message is quite direct. If you've seen the video, you get to understand exactly what he's saying. Life is hard. You open your shop, nobody's buying. Whatever business, things are hard. Pretty much. I mean, look at the economy today. You have people that are actually feeling it deeper than the other ones. It's struggle music, if people say. Pretty much what a lot of songs today are also trying to address, or what a lot of conscious, artists and music is trying to address.
Yeah.
I don't know where they shot this video. I think it's just about picture quality for me, but not like I'm not.
Is it below or above par for you?
It's somewhat. It's some of the pictures are quite. It's just basic in terms of picture quality.
Okay.
I don't know what camera was used for this shoot, but I mean, but what we should look at is actually the message behind the behind the song. I like it. I don't know if it's a comeback. I think Raw has been there all along. The thing about relevance is to always be there. Always, you don't need to put out an album to be, to say, but he just keeps bringing. I mean, Raw from how many years ago? He's still here. He's still relevant. Still making good music as far as concerned.
Okay.
So I like it.
Vector, your thoughts? Be interesting to hear on this one.
Well, it's raw. It's more the
Yeah.
I think that was smart.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that was smart.
Because you get censorship without even making.
When you start performing outside the country, you just know that.
And then they mute the first word in your name. The first name.
I mean, but it's always a great thing to have artists know that we to remember that we have a voice. It's always a great thing. Like I don't fight for the people, I fight for myself. I just hope that what I fight for myself is genuine enough to extend to the people, because we're all human beings. So like when you hear those type of movements, and of course you can hear what the flute is doing underneath.
Yes.
I think the production has its own considerations into thought. So when they were creating it, they want you to listen. And we need more of that music. We can never have enough. Nigeria is too scattered to not have the type of music that is consciously awakening.
And that flute that you mentioned, and thank you very much for bringing that up. That just reminds me of, it just created a familiar feeling, back to the song Obodo.
Yeah,
Remember that? Yeah, that we knew exactly. So that's the same underlying flute sound that we had on that song. And it's kind of very smart of him to infuse that in this new one. So just refresh our memories, remind us that it's the same Mr. Raw that we've always known, and it's back and has this international appeal.
Culture.
Thank you very much. Stays consistent. But
yes, I mean, one of the first things I would say is the moment the song came on, I saw James and practically everyone in the studio bopping their heads because the beat is quite catchy.
Yeah.
So you've all talked about the other parts, the visual, how visually appealing or not so appealing, and also the meaning of the song. Thank you for that interpretation. Like I said, when you know the meaning of something, it makes you appreciate it more. So yes, I'll listen. But I don't know if I want to be singing "Life Is Hard," though. About positive confessions. Life is smooth.
oh wow, life is smooth. Yes, I like that.
Okay.
I'll take that. Lagos, if you just joined us, we have Vector live in the studio with us, and he released a new video a few days ago, and we're premiering here on the show. It's called Be Happy. He did that song and brought back Daddy Shoki on that video. Thank you, Vector, for doing that. And featured his brother, DJ Magnum.
Yes.
Whoever knew that DJ Magnum was your brother?
Like, because I live in Nigeria and he lives in South Africa. So when you see us, weather has told both of us. And just God's grace here.
Yeah.
So which weather is more favorable?
But
Based on both of you.
I mean, it's arguable. It's arguable, but yes, South Africa is preferably, gives you freshness. You don't sweat anyhow.
Let's just call it straight.
Positive confessions, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Nigeria is smooth.
We'll stick with that. Look, let's check out the songs that we just reviewed, the videos as well. Go to our Instagram page, our Twitter page as well. Go to Twitter, use that hashtag Grapevine981. You see the videos, you see the songs as well. Make sure you listen and let us know what you think. Now, the last song, somebody's asking, oh, that song just made me feel alive. Max from Magodo, that's Vector's song. It's captioned "Be Happy," and make sure you go watch that video over and over again. Shay sent in this one. It says,
Vector Bawoni, your Lafayette voice is so deep in the studio. Kilo de, keep up the good job. How come you're bred from Lafayette and you speak?
That's the issue.
I take exception to this, but I'll read
no,
it. How come you're bred from Lafayette and you speak English so well? Vector, when will me and you go to that Amala joint at Lafayette?
Wow.
So, which is
Are you sure it's not? Which one do you know?
Shay
Vector?
guy. I know Shay is a guy.
If you want to eat Amala, yeah, but it's always open now. Like, we're always there. Like, that's the funny thing. I always go back there. But yeah, I guess that's also the narrative that we're trying to control.
Nice.
I don't like the fact that, like we said, separatism earlier.
Yes.
Like I didn't take offense to this message. I appreciate you as well, but I don't think it is cool for people to say, you're not in Africa, but you know the Barack Bear. Why do you speak English so well? Like, I don't understand.
There's an expectation.
Make I go school, no know what it is teach me.
I mean,
somebody's asking you to tell us about your artist Rotex. Anything new from him? That's
Okay.
Dari asking this question.
Yeah, okay, so Rotex is more my friend, more than an artist, my artist rather. But we're working on an EP together. I don't know if I should say the title right now, but it's going to be house music.
Okay, you heard it here first.
Yeah, yeah, and it's smooth music as well.
correct.
And he's also been working. He inspired me actually, Rotex. He
Nice.
went to Ocean State to do some recordings, and we now thought, wait, dude, everybody has been trying to, because I could be in New York and stand in front of the Empire State Building and do a video, and they can go upstairs and do that. But how far now? Where are we coming from? Because my mom is royalty, right? But he goes to his village, and they call all these women, they call them the happy housewives or something, or the housewives.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. There are about like 40 of them, and they sit down and just sing. And these ram going to collect sample and listen to anything to music.
Wow.
I feel so. Like, I have to go to Ondo State. Now I don't have a choice.
Wow.
Because I saw Osun State, and he had this view where it was trees over trees, and it's a long path, and it leads to the mountains.
Are you serious?
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's time for us to start to show those real aesthetic
Exactly.
of our ancestry. So yeah, I'm doing that 100%.
We hear you, Prince Vector. In case you missed it, he said he was royalty, so
My
it's
mom is.
I mean, by extension. All right, let's get into the stories for this morning. We hear that Runtown has won his court case against his former record label, Eric Mani. And the details of this, now the judgment was delivered by Federal High Court in Abuja on Friday, 23rd January. Runtown's former record label, Eric Mani, has been restrained from interfering in the singer's affairs. We know in the past 2 years he hasn't performed, and Justice O.A. Musa gave this order, he passed this judgment, and it was considered that, ordered rather, that the restraining order placed on Runtown from performing be immediately suspended, while Eric Mani was also restrained from enforcing the suspended orders of the court. Interested.
I mean, congratulations to him, because I mean, fighting with artists versus record labels. I mean, you have to be very informed. You have to understand your contract. You have to also have a good, crop of lawyers to help you deal with it, especially when you know your rights and when you are sure of what you're fighting for. All right. Congratulations, 2 years. I mean, we've talked about this case back and back, and even on this show. I'll say congratulations to him. It's not easy. And whatever the case is, I mean, it's been resolved, so to speak, for now. And he can still, perform, make money, make music, and probably sell his records.
And Allah
so I hope he just doesn't come back again, because sometimes, from the things you hear here and there, Eric is not somebody that will just, what's his name? Eric Mani. Dilly is not somebody that will just back down easily like that. So I just hope that this is just the end. And sometimes dialogue is and it goes a long way to actually resolve violence.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see you pushing back, Victor. Is
Well,
that deliberate?
no, well, no, it's just a funny thing. I just feel like the whole court process in Nigeria just needs to be better.
Yes.
I don't care.
This is
what-
2 years, man.
I don't understand. Ejo will enroll for 2 years.
You know.
Like, don't you get it?
Yes.
And I think I saw something recently. I'm not very certain, but there's supposed to be this like you speed up the cases into 30 days.
Mm.
That's
Because
interesting.
what do you want to say for 2 years?
Mm.
That
True.
there won't be repetition. Like,
Now, when he bought the lion, a lot of people were making remarks, passing remarks, and saying, "Oh, how will you get money to feed the lion? You need to start performing again."
I mean, at this point, I guess you can confidently say easy line.
Yeah. We can take a walk now and
Yeah.
maybe perform on stage together. That'd be nice to see. Wouldn't it? Ayo? Don't you like
Yeah,
this?
I would love to
It
see
depends
it.
on the age of the lion.
It depends on what?
The age of the lion.
It doesn't matter. As any, it's fine. Any which way.
Yeah.
I don't even play like that. I mean, is that at 6 months? I'm waiting till the big go.
I'm
Time
too
to-
African to buy a
So I don't
lion.
know, man.
Yes.
No, I'm too black to buy a lion.
But it speaks to the larger
No.
concern of artists to pay attention to intellectual property.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And make
Absolutely.
you know, you have your everything, your books put together. You know that you're going into not just music for entertainment, for
Yeah.
fun, but for business.
Yeah.
So be conscious of that. Vector is very. I know you're astute with those things. Yes.
Well, yeah, I believe that artists should be. The only thing I would advise is just do yourself a favor and get a good lawyer. Don't try to read the fine print. It wasn't written for you to understand.
Yes.
No matter how much somebody say, read the contract. Don't read anything with it. You can't know it. Let your lawyer check it. Let your entertainment lawyer check it and make sure they advise you properly. And
All right.
you'll be fine.
Thank you. We have messages here on WhatsApp. Cruz says, Vector the Dawn, your eye for architectural details they show. Oh, and MI says, is that Lafia Jeans are building? Street version of Hakuna Matata. Hashtag be happy. Been a fan since Kilo Day. Baba, give us more Lamba this year. Oh, those punchlines of yours still knock me out every day. Omoba VEC and
look
bend the
at
knee.
me.
Wow.
Nice.
See how
Nice.
he,
Fun.
see how he
Yes.
rhymed on that? It's Omoba VEC and bend the knee.
Hey.
What is that?
No, before you go, I have to also release. Valentine and I were gonna sign now to it
With a line
with the line.
or two.
Don't team up.
Don't
with
you
Valentine.
already
And
do
It's a
that?
bad idea.
James,
I'm good,
Yeah.
but Valentine.
Wow. This James, I don't understand you.
My reply always to him when he says things like that is yeah. Moving on. Harry Song has exposed fraudulent twin brothers. So they posed as a pregnant woman who's expecting a baby, pretending to be a single mother. The two boys hid behind the fake accounts to receive an amount from Harry Song. He put up a competition on Instagram. And here's his message actually. The caption explains the whole import of what happened. It says, I keep telling young people, you do not need to steal or defraud people to be successful in life. Just be a bit patient and trust in your journey. I did a giveaway for Johnny's story on this page, and these boys used the fake account and pretended to be a single mother with a baby. My manager found out it was a scam and got them eventually after the money had been transferred to them. Please shun fraud and do not use your bad attitude to block other people's opportunities. There's dignity in labor. There is risk in fraud. If I was a bad person, I would do them strong. He ended that saying. And just last week, we were talking about people begging for money. Bambiala on
This
Instagram.
social media, things you see on social media, but it's alright.
Is it?
Also,
It's not. James, it's not alright. But maybe I'll slid in your DM to ask you for money.
thousands,
I
plenty every
can
day.
imagine.
Like I've seen all the most ridiculous things, and but it just burns me, Sha, mostly because you can look at people and they don't see that this is what Nigeria has been doing to Nigeria for years in the foreign lands. The ones that have gone there before you have gone to ruin it. So when you get there, it's pretty much we are here to ruin too. Now, you that you don't need, because I'm wondering why are you always asking for 300 naira exactly with the same message on every page.
Yeah. 1,000 naira.
So now you are scamming. Okay, your 1,000 naira on the Vector's page, that's what 15,000, 20,000, 40,000, 1 million people likes. So we are thinking, maybe if one or two people form my guy, and we get sense. So people will look at you out of pity and do that, and they realize there's somebody who they meant to send 45k to, they mistakenly send 450k. About off the phone.
I'm telling you.
The unfortunate thing is that those who are genuinely in need will then not have the opportunity. Although, like someone said yesterday or 2 days ago, that social media is perhaps not the best. But if you have money for credit to buy data, then obviously you're not very desperate.
Exactly, that was 2 days ago, and it was one of Nollywood's actresses that said that when she was calling out, it was on Money Oboli precisely, that called out a lady that was consistently begging for money on different people's posts. And anyway, let's move on to this next story. Il Bliss came out, he's usually called Oga Boss, and he shared how he and his wife struggled for 8 years to conceive, and at a point he says he didn't even know what to do about the situation in the midst of their worries, but God came through to them. In his words, he says, and I quote, "It was intense for my wife. Intense for my wife and I. We were childless for 8 years, and God did it for us and gave us a baby at a point when we didn't even know what to do next. We did not know how it was going to happen. We did not know what the problem was. We were just optimistic and prayerful about it." And he said this in a tweet, a series. He said something about a series that's going to run for 10 episodes that he'll be featured in, and said he'd gotten over 16 movie scripts after he played the role of Odogumale in Kemi Adetiba's King of Voice. And I'm happy to see this kind of stories, especially due to the fact that Il Bliss is one really grounded guy. And most of the time we see all these celebrities, we see the musicians, we see Vector, we almost have a superficial outlook to them, to their lives. They don't have problems, you know, probably don't experience all the struggles. But what are your thoughts on this?
Oh, I mean, that's it. Congratulations to him. I'm sure this story or this series that's coming out is going to inspire and encourage a lot of people that are going through the same thing or that are expecting like that, you know. And then the aspect of getting movie scripts, I think it's typical. It's expected when they see you do something very well, and people tend to want to have you more.
Yeah.
You know, so it's alright. I'll say. Well, so it's this one as well. Yeah, I see that he's saying, oh, that he doesn't want to just jump into anything at this point in time. So, hey.
I'll keep it moving. Alright, so how many of us are excited that DMX has been released from jail after 1 year for tax evasion?
1 year, right?
Yeah.
It's alright.
It's fine?
Yeah.
Late comer. Oh my goodness. Lagos, Shay just stepped into the building and we're calling her out. Shay, how are you?
I am great.
You're
How are
fantastic.
you?
Very well. So our producer was just being kind. Ordinarily wouldn't let you through the door. You are
I'm
good
so
people.
sorry. The traffic in Lagos, as you know, is
Alright,
crazy.
Lagos Shay is in the studio right now. Last week we listened to your song. We premiered your song on the show.
Yes,
Apparently,
thank you.
we dropped it again on Tuesday, and that was a song that you did with Runtown.
Runtown, that's
Yes,
right.
Exactly. So I mean, we saw the moves that you're giving in that video. I had a specific question for you.
Yes, I
My
have to
own
ask
question
a
is, I'm still struggling from the pains of yesterday's squat. How do you squat in stilts? That's my only question.
No, that wasn't your only question last
Okay,
week.
sorry,
we'll
but
leave that
let's-
for this
yeah.
week.
How do I squat in stilts?
Yeah, because those were heels. Those were not natural heels. Shay.
Well, you know, I train, I do yoga,
Oh,
I go to the gym. So, you know, I've been doing it for a while.
how do you find
So,
time?
You know what? I make the time. You make time for things that you care
Very
about,
true.
you know, and it's part of my brand and my image to look good and stay fit. So,
Okay.
you know, I put work into everything. That
So you say you can do the same thing? I thought it was visually effects.
No. Me bending backwards, that full backward bend, it was all
On live
me.
TV, right?
It was all me. It was all me. It was all
Alright,
me.
so with regards to the video, well done.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank
Great
you.
to have you producing fantastic music.
Thank you.
There was snow in a room. Now
Yes.
I know that there must be an artistic idea or
That was Clarence
interpretation.
Peter's idea.
So
But
you
I like the
understand?
vibe. It was almost like we were trying to create an imagery of, you know, being in the cold, but being with somebody that keeps you warm. That,
Okay.
you know.
Oh, that was the vibe you're trying
I
to
think
create.
so.
there.
I think so. I'm not quite sure. Clarence didn't tell me that. But if I was watching it, you know, not as Shay, I would
Yeah.
have gotten
Oh, that's very
That's
interesting.
fine.
That's very interesting to hear. And that
Thank
song,
you
the video
so
we're talking
much,
about
guys.
Lagos, you should check it out. It's called Give Me Love.
Yes.
With
yes,
Shay
yes.
featuring Runtown, and we're glad we
Thank
could get
you
you in on
so
the show.
much.
the last-
Thank you. Even though I came late
Yeah,
because
it's
of
fine.
this Lagos traffic, but I had to make it.
It's not fine, but it's fine.
I had to make it. I had to make it.
All right, wrap up, guys. We've
Thank
come to the
you.
end of the show, guys. Plug out, James.
Let our guest come out.
Nice. Who's
You
being a
did
gentleman?
No, I mean,
Plug out,
I'm
man.
landlord now.
Because his voice is different. Hey, Vector. So how do we check out the songs, the platforms it's available at, for those who are just tuning in?
Yes, it's on every online music store. It's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's on Boomplay, it's everywhere. The video is on YouTube, and you can check that out. Well, you can just check at Victor the Viper on Instagram and every other thing follows from there. Thanks for having me. I had a great time.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Glad to have you. Are you going to be giving out money anytime soon for those friends who are coming in?
Who are the friends? I don't understand. Giving out money soon. Say that appropriately.
The people don't slide into your DM. So that song Vector released is called Be Happy, and it featured Daddy Shoki on that. You should go check out the gala line.
And DJ Magnum.
Yes, and then for the squats, for squat tips. Shay, I really admire the fact that you did that, because
Thank
a
you.
lot of slim mamas around town do not. I know how many times I look up. That's not the primary reason why I go to the gym, but I know that I check for those personalities, but I hardly see them. But I'm glad to hear that you take
It's a
a
lifestyle,
fitness
yeah.
lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. I was just dancing. I was just movements. He put me in a room and said, "Run wild," and I started freestyling and expressing myself, really. So
it was a good side for us.
it was.
for guys.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so much. There's so many unseen cuts as well from that I was posting on my Instagram. We couldn't get it all in, but
You're putting them on your Instagram?
I am gonna put them on my Instagram.
When?
Maybe today. I'll put one up today.
Why are you worried, Ayo?
I'm not worried. I'm just concerned.
Wow.
It was more like contemporary dance and expressive dance movements than choreographed movements.
So if people approached you today to say, "Oh, Shay, can you give us private dance lessons?"
Now we're out of time.
Wow,
Let's go down.
Valentine.
Yeah, we're done. Sorry, that was just
They tell us out by you.
passing question. Because thank you very much for tuning in. The Grapevine was brought to you by Verve.
Grapevine on the Smooth Breakfast Show.
What? I should go ask questions.